Yeah, I hit the gym, just opened up again, Percy, he loaded me up in some plates. Then I went home, baby, she made me a meal, she loaded me up in some plates. Jump on a whip, registered that GA, I had to go get me new plates. I jump on a crib, had to move out of New York, I'm really enjoying the space. Jump on the stick, heard that I don't gotta use it, but I got it in just in case, you know what it is.
Welcome.
The DM Pod.
How's it going today?
It's going, brother. It's going. It could be worse.
It could be better. Right?
Amen.
You know, hey, it goes through that.
Oh yeah, phases. The phases of the roller coaster of life, baby.
I mean, it brings you up, takes you down. You got to go through the sands and the valleys, bro.
Right? You know, when you do it, God, He says, walk through the valley of death.
And fear no evil.
And fear no evil.
Yep. You're right.
But that means, even when you're in that valley, you got to come up, brother.
It also says, no weapons formed against me shall prosper.
That's right.
So, you shouldn't be afraid at any time about anything.
Especially them spam-a-bams.
Spam bam. Man, so, you're going through the coaching stage now.
Not yet.
But
I'm trying. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to develop
Hang on, man.
from spam-a-bam.
Hello? Hello?
Grammy? Grammy, is that you?
Don't y'all hate those spam calls, bro?
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Like, I work nights, so freaking
You look at
trying to sleep during the day and getting 15 dumbass calls.
You look at one dirty video.
The one time.
And you get a million spam.
Oh, rocksteady, spam-a-lam.
So do you think that your boys doing pretty good so far?
I hope so, man. I ain't got to go to practice yet.
Yeah, but they're talking about putting him in quarterback, right?
Well, they're making him a quarterback option. But, I mean, all of these kids are fresh starts.
Right. It's
So
flag football.
all those kids need, that's their first year of actually a teammate situation.
Right.
I'm sure they've played some backyard stuff,
Right.
but this is like going to be legit. So, like with me, I'm no certified coach or nothing like that. But,
Not yet.
I mean, the way you look at it,
You're going to be
To me,
certified.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've kind of hyped myself up a little bit because, I feel like I could offer things
Right.
to a football team. I get scared sometimes because sometimes when I try to get something across, I'll make sure I get it across,
Right.
and I get worried because penalties and stuff like that. But if you can get all them to know what they're doing,
Right.
then you won't have to deal with penalties.
Right.
And so I believe we should start out with a very simplistic attitude of these are our simple basics. Let's get these down.
Right.
Like, I want to get the rule book out and go over that rule book and know everything,
Right.
like what formations we're allowed to pull, what we're allowed to do here and there. And I haven't got that yet.
Right. And it's flag football, so it's completely different.
Yeah, it's completely different of regular football. I could sit there and just about, I could argue with any referee on a lot of the stuff.
Right.
But that's not the same rules. So
Right.
that's what I'm really scared of is the football I know is not the same football that I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing. But,
At least next year he gets to put the pads on.
yeah, if he wants to play.
Yeah, if he wants to.
I mean, it's so funny because he was telling me, he was like, Dad, I went to this camp and everyone that won the awards was like some of the coaches' kids.
Right.
And I was like, don't worry, son. You don't never have to worry about winning an award because you're my son.
Right.
Because I won't let them give it to you unless you earned it.
Right. And that's the thing, that's what we need. Like, everybody gets a participation trophy. You don't need that. But I will state that in our small towns, most coaches' kids in the young Pee Wee stage get the awards. It's because they're the coach's kid.
That's true. I mean, typically if you're coaching or the coach, you have an athletic sense to you. So therefore, you're passing that on to your child if you're a good father.
Right.
And at that point, he should excel. Because, personally, if no offense to women, but if there's this single mother trying to teach their son how to play football, which is probably not going to be as easy or as well done as if a man was teaching his kid to play football.
Right.
Because the boy's going to listen to a man. I say more, but I don't know. I think, like, the way we're wired as people, a lot of women are not wired to truly understand the football sense of it.
Right.
I'm not saying that they can't, because there's some women, I'm sure, that are probably...
I think they're just disinterested.
Yeah. So, I'm just saying it's harder. Just like for a man to open the refrigerator and find the ketchup.
Because we miss it every time.
Because it's like, no, it's not in there. Go look. And they're like, it's right there. I'm like, how'd you do that? I mean, there's just certain characteristics and things that we're able to do in ways, and just the challenges of life, the ups and downs.
But football, dude. If you ever seen any given Sunday, I'm pretty sure you need to go watch it because it's awesome and dude. And then also there's a movie where they do a scene and it's Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis, and they're doing a scene because he wants to be an actor, and he's like, "All right, you're a football coach. You're at halftime," and then and then he storms in. Okay, he storms out. He's like, I can't do it. Storms out, comes back in. What would your speech be? Because his speech was, "You guys, we got to get after it. We got to try harder. Johnson, what are you doing?"
You've already had me do my halftime speech.
I know, but if you were talking to like pro athletes.
If I was talking to pro athletes, it'd be a whole different story.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I don't. Right now,
you don't want to supply the people with entertainment.
No, I have to focus. I have to keep myself as this little mini me coach right here, because I don't want to go shifting my attitude with and be like that, and then have that pop in my head later. Like with kids, that I want to make sure that I can do the best that I can with them and for them, And with that, I'd just like to talk about this fucking producer.
I know. The DM Pod special.
On the technical difficulties that we have resonated in the last few times, would think that we've become rookies at what we do.
I have no idea. I mean, it was red and glowing, but
it was gone, and then she was gone, and then
I guess it just it happened too quick. It was premature.
One day you're here, baby.
It was premature.
Next day you're gone.
So, what's some summertime stories, bro?
Summertime. I ain't got to start summertime yet.
I know, but it's summertime. What's some summertime stories?
Brick.
Back in the day.
Brick in the
I'm talking
harbor.
about
Nah.
back in the day, man. Don't be-
No, I'm
don't
still
be-
traumatized from this work week.
You still traumatized?
I'm sleeping and dreaming about throwing brick away.
Dude, we used to ride back roads, man.
See, I never did that. Like, if I was on a back road, it was with a girl.
Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing.
I had a bunch, you know, like.
Nah, dude, riding four-wheeler, dude, freaking. I had an 87 S10, 87 Grand Am. I had an S10 too.
Right.
But it was an 87 Grand Am that I've took it down just about every power line there is.
Right.
Like, where they put the mounds on the power line to keep the trucks from going on them,
Right.
I would just hit it and jump over it with a Grand Am.
Dude.
I'm talking like 4 feet in the air, just full out. Raw.
I get stuck at like 4 in the morning at, you know, Bayroid or something like that. Have to call somebody and be buried up in my Tahoe when I had my Tahoe. It was 4-wheel drive. Just, I don't know, it sucked. It didn't work.
Well, that was during your
That was
bad
my
life
messed up.
decisions,
Yeah, that was
too.
my messed up phase.
So, you know, you be like, I'm giving it gas, and it's hit the
Dude,
brake, you know.
One time, I had a 2-wheel drive guy come and get me, you know, one of my homies, and he pulled past me through the mud puddle and came back and got halfway stuck, and we had to call somebody with a razor. And dude, it was like 3 in the morning, bro, and it was horrible. Like, I was out there with the shovel in this mud, shoveling it out.
My question is, who was the guy that came and helped you?
His name's Rob. He's a really good dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is the people that you call at 3 o'clock in the morning and
No.
they get up and come
This
help you?
this dude, like, has a good career. He has a good house.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are the people that get up at 3 o'clock. Think about it now. If I
The
called,
blue collar people.
if
the
I
blue
called
collar
you at
people.
3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
and was like, "Hey, get up and come get me out of this ditch," you'd be like, "Fuck, fuck."
And then I'd be on my way.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Those are the people. When those people are the ones that show up, that lets you know that, you know, that's who you should have mentored off of.
Right.
Not the ones that were like, "Hey man, I got $3. You want to go have a good time?"
And that's what exactly had happened, bro. Like, so, you know, you play the whole story through. That's exactly what happened. We were down there. We were messing up, you know, and it is what
Right,
it
you get
is.
stuck in a mud hole.
It is, and it wasn't even.
And you know what's crazy is that was probably God. Y'all are probably too messed up to be driving home.
Right.
And God was like, "I'm gonna put their asses in that damn mud
dude, I
hole."
think about stuff like that all the time, dude.
Dude, I know. I didn't live too much of a crazy. Okay, well, a little bit, but you know,
Right.
as I got older, you know, I had to get my shit together quick.
Right.
So, you know, from 16 to probably 19, you know, I was. There was danger about everywhere I went.
Dude, I'm telling you.
But after that, it was like work, build my life up, and progress with life. And that shit's even harder than the going out and having a good time.
Yeah, but
And I ain't done a great job of that.
I've had some really good times over the years. In the summer, especially, like, we used to go to Clearwater and jump off the cliff.
Dude, my idea, like, floating the river,
Yeah,
fishing,
always loved it.
Clearwater, go float the Buffalo River. Dude, and it sucks getting older because it used to be so much fun. Now you go have a day of floating and that sunburn and just
Right.
sitting straight up in a canoe so long is enough to take you out of your game for like a
Right.
day or two.
Right. It's
You'd be like,
disappointing.
man,
It's disappointing. Well, you know,
why are
catch
you so
much fish.
bitch?
All right, so it'd be like this when we were floating. I'd be like, all right, I'm done for the day. So I'd start paddling. All right, I'd paddle my ass off, like trying to get us there. And Michael's back there with his paddle in the water, just slowing us down.
No.
Don't lie. Tell the truth.
No, I was steering with it. I was steering with it.
Casting.
No, dude,
When he gets on fishing, man, he's
yeah, I mean, that's my piece, man. Like, when my mom, that was her piece.
yeah,
You know, she loved to go fishing, and I'm wired the same way.
yeah.
Dude, I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't going around saying I'm happy all the time when I'm fishing, because I'm fishing
To catch fish.
to catch fish. And if I ain't catching fish, then I'm not necessarily saying I'm happy, but
Oh, dude,
I'm in my happy place.
on our floats, bro. How much we would tear them up, bro.
Right. When we would compete,
Yeah,
and you know, when it was like, I caught 21 bass and you caught 22 bass.
yeah.
I mean, come on now.
And there were some good ones. Hey, most of them were about maybe a pound and a half, but they're also it's a lot of smallmouth. So
Right.
those are good bass for smallmouth. You know, so
Well, it was just fun in general, dude.
oh, dude. I know. I wanna get one going. Get a float going. See what happens.
The responsibilities, man. It's crazy.
Yep. But dude, the world, it's just the world, man. Like, you gotta get by. The government's controlling us.
Dude, I watched this thing and this person was like, we're paying 50% of our money to taxes. And then she went to figuring it up, and it was on TikTok is what it was.
Right.
And it was like, when she gave all her numbers and all her taxes, because I guess she kept up with everything she bought
Yeah.
and the amount of taxes that she had to pay on it,
Yeah.
that, like when she went to Walmart, how much taxes she paid, she kept up with all that. And she said that, and she did say that she was making $100,000 a year, and that she makes content, and then she has to, what is it, a 10, whatever,
Yeah.
where you got to pay taxes on that. And then she had to pay taxes in because, she had her YouTube thing going and was making money. Well, then it turns out that you have to claim that money. So she had to file to where she had to make payments on her taxes because she didn't plan it successfully enough. More of the story is she said that with all that she's having to make those payments and everything, she's paying 50% of her money she makes to taxes.
That's crazy. So, like, what do you think? We should make a get rich quick scheme. Like, what's the best way? What's your idea? Arkansas Ocean?
The Arkansas Ocean. There.
Zero gravity fine.
Here's my thing. Alright? There's so many different ways to get rich. Most of them conclude of ripping someone off or cheating someone or using their stupidity against themselves. And I don't condone of doing that. Like, I don't have it in my heart
You can
to
make
know
it
that, hey,
yourself.
I'm gonna start selling metal. I'm gonna start selling siding to these old people that are gonna be dead in 5 years. But I'm gonna tell them it is so important that you get this for your family later on in life. And the next thing you know, I'm selling them $5,000 siding for $50,000 because.
You're saying that's working for a corporation, though.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's corporations that are doing that. That's what their whole goal is to. Hey, we're not worried about you poor people that are just trying to have your house nice and get by. We're out to fuck over the people that made money their life, and then they're gonna turn around and freaking, rip everyone off.
I wasn't the only one.
Let's see what it was. You get what I'm saying.
No,
What I'm
dude,
saying
I
is
got
most
you.
of the
I
get
got
rich,
you for real.
most of the get rich shit is just not right. That's what the
That's what
main situation
that's what
is.
world's come to though.
No, I know. It's a make money, get money. I mean, it's like selling drugs.
Right.
You hurt all these people, but if you make a little bit of money, you feeling good. Until you start seeing that all these people that you sold drugs to, that you've ruined their lives, and it starts affecting the people that, you know, like someone that you used to sell to, now they sell, and then next thing you know, 10, 15, 20 years from now, they're selling to your kid.
Right. Right.
And
that's what you got to worry about nowadays.
Exactly.
In small towns. We'll say that. In small towns. I'm sure it's the same in cities.
In big cities, it's worse because their attitudes are more of, I'll never see this person again. So why? I mean, I'll just rip him off and I'll never see him again. And if he does, that guy might shoot you
Right.
the next time he sees you again.
Exactly.
You might be having a family day at
And that's why. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with the world, America. Man, it's just crazy to think about.
What's your thoughts on the whole Russian submarine in Florida? Or off of Cuba?
If that's true,
Which,
and there's been fighter jets.
well, I was told they're doing war games. That's what they're doing. There's been talk about, you know, you got to think the news and stuff like that, the stuff they're going to put out, and, and you know, no one knows what's really going on. We could be at war and we don't know it,
Right.
or they could be doing exercises and we don't know it.
Right.
They don't tell us, and if they do tell us, it's probably not the truth anyways.
Right.
But
If it is, I think we need to take it very seriously. Like we should took care of it then, instead of. And I don't mean go to war, but we should have flew jets over there, informed them that they need to leave our airspace immediately.
should we, with the president we got now?
Dude,
It might be better off to just be like, look, we're just going to wait a little bit, then come back and check your ass.
oh, Poopy Joe. Dude, I don't know.
Here,
man.
come on, I'll walk you off the stage this way.
Don't be riding that bicycle.
It's marked as unsafe.
We had a few guests that we were gonna have on today, but we'll probably get them on the next couple times. Oh, Devin wanted to come back. He was a little shy last time.
I guess Drew's at work. We're going to holler at
Yeah,
Drew.
old Drew. Probably holler at him later, and it'll be out next week maybe or something. So
Yeah.
What else is going on around?
I mean, what about you? Do you got anything new that you got going on?
Man, I got a lot of life changing things.
Oh, yeah?
You know, praise God. Got a new, job.
A new
Yeah.
career you're heading towards?
Yeah. So
That's
be
cool.
good. Be good. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm excited for you, dude.
So
I think it'd be great to see you prosper from where you used to be to where you're at now, and then where you're gonna be, and then the fact of the challenges. And just remember that life, the more you do better, the more life's gonna throw shit at you. So just be prepared, because
oh yeah, it's
it
gonna
does
happen.
it, bro.
Life kicks ass, or we can refer to this. God could be saving us from something else.
Right. Well, one of my favorite, and I want to say it was Redman,
Yeah.
but I might be wrong. Oh, it was the Old Dirty Bastard.
ODB.
ODB. He said, God made dirt, and dirt will bust your ass.
That's true. That's true.
God ain't dirt, and dirt will bust your ass.
Man, I can't believe we missed turkey season this year. Next year we gotta do that for real. I'm gonna get a lease and stuff, bro. That's one of my goals. Is to like getting a lease.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the lease to get in touch with me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get somewhere where there's hogs, turkeys, deer. I don't really care about the deer. I'm gonna get some hog dogs. Start running some hogs.
Well, that'd be cool, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna get you side by side.
No,
You're
because
just
like
gonna walk them on a leash?
if I have I let them free roam. That's what you do. You let them free roam. I'm gonna ride like when you're riding the four wheeler, they'll run in front of the four wheeler. They'll be out in the woods. You'll be smelling. And you can tell when it's a pig because they'll zigzag like this. Deer walk a straight line. So if it's a pig, the dogs will zigzag. It's pretty wild, dude. And it's a lot of fun. Like it's probably the best moment in my life.
Well, I know the hog that I killed.
Yeah. That I shot in the head with an arrow.
Yeah, he called me over for.
Oh man!
Call
Just
me
call
over.
me out on that. Let's hear it. What happened, bro?
No, you tell your side of it. Let's.
So my hog dog, right? The pig's in her doghouse. So I go out there with my bow and I'm like, I'm gonna kill this pig with a bow. I shot him with a bow and I hit it right in the head. And it ran off like 50 yards. And I was like, I'm gonna let it die. Nope. It didn't die. So I called Michael. I was like, I ain't got no bullets. Come kill this pig. And he was like, alright, bet.
And then what happened? So I get there with bullets,
Yeah.
and
What happened? Come on, tell me.
no, you tell me.
You killed it.
No, you shot it.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you
And
shot
then
it.
you caught it and stabbed it, didn't you?
And it still didn't kill it. And then I took a knife and I stabbed it and it died. You shot it with a bow, shot it with a gun, and I had to kill it.
And I'm the best shot. I usually kill all the deer. You can ask it. No bullshit. I seen you sniper pose one. Tom Clancy out there.
I hit a bush.
You scared the fuck out of that bush. Yeah. I don't know. We've had some good times. Like, Drew, one of his friends caught their first fish on the float when we went on the float. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we tore them up that day on that float too.
Oh yeah, yeah. We just love the outdoors, and it teaches you so much. You know, if you really want to get with God
That's
and
the best
understand
way.
God, get out in the woods, get away from everything else, and just watch what God has provided us with.
And that's why, like, when I go hunting and stuff, dude, you're all alone. Like, don't got no signal, so you ain't on your phone. You know, it's like you're chilling, you're one with nature, and like, I let does walk. You know what I mean? I let does walk. I don't really kill mama deer, but you know, I hunt buck. So
Well, and I become one with nature, typically from my busy schedule I have. Normally, I become so one with nature that I'm just swaying, snoring in the tree.
it's cool. It's cool.
But yeah,
It's
those
a lot
are
of
some of
fun.
the best naps you can have
Oh yeah.
till you wake up freezing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I usually do it half sleep, like you know what I mean. Close my eyes, where I can still hear it around me.
Yeah, because those deer that walk up with dead silence. Like, I wish I could walk through the woods like a deer can. Because how do you have all these leaves on the ground and still
Right.
don't make a noise?
Right. Dude, not a crinkle, not a nothing.
I mean, they are masters of, here I am, and I'm gone.
Yep. So, other than that, if you don't get out,
And you know, women and kids can see deer better than a man. And what I mean by that is, it's just like the ketchup.
Oh man, dude, that reminds me of this time, bro. One of my buddies went hunting with me, and I'm in my stand with another buddy, and then I had two friends hunt another stand. And they come walking out into my shooting lane, and when they come walking out, they got their they're like, and they're hopping.
Got little horns in their
I'm
hop.
like, dude, well, I was so mad, bro, because it was like still 30 minutes before dark, and you know, hunting, you know, right then's the prime time.
Right.
So, I don't know, it's just funny, dude. It reminds you of times where, you know, it was actually peaceful. All this craziness in the world, man. We need some more peaceful time.
Dude, another thing I think is kind of funny to me is how horns will shrink after you shoot the deer. Because I don't know if it's just being tired or what, but like when you see that 12 point walk out and you're like, oh, it's a 12 point. Here it is. Look at how big they are. Boom. And you're like, oh, it's a 6 point.
I've done it a few times.
Like, damn those limbs behind it.
I've done it a few times.
And I'm just like, but for real, like, it's just funny to me how, you know, when they walk out, they're like, oh, yeah.
Your adrenaline pump,
Right.
start pumping and all that, dude. It's good. I like it.
Oh, I like it too. Like, how many of those, like, deer, because I'll take one doe with a bow.
Right. With the bow, I'll shoot one doe because they're not pregnant then or nothing. So,
But like, you got wintertime when it's like snowing and actually cold, because you get like a short period of time like that in Arkansas.
right.
And I had this doe come out one time, and it was like, please take me out of this. Meh. Please. I know what you're here for, and I'm ready.
They taste good though.
No, I'm just saying, like, how many do you think are actually like, I know?
Dude, every one of them, I bet. Except for the one that really didn't like you, man. She was like telling everybody, hey, he's here. He's here, bro.
So what are your goals? What are your goals for this year?
Man, just to continue working hard and stay with it. Stay with my journey of sobriety and doing right. Like,
Dude, that's a big journey, dude. You take care of yourself. You keep your mental safe, dude.
yeah.
Because there's gonna be moments that you're gonna need God. You're gonna need a friend. You know, and you're gonna build relationships with people.
Yeah.
All right, and those people, like, it's gonna be crazy for you because you got a story, bro. Like, you got a story for real.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna see all these people that are out here doing what your story used to be,
Right.
and it's just gonna be such a joyous challenge, uh, like changing people's lives and hearts,
Right.
and how amazing it could be
Right.
to like know that, you know, what I'm doing
I mean, I
is gonna
thank God.
change.
I thank God immediately after, you know, like, cause,
Right,
dude, I mean, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him, bro. Like,
right. Many times, I know.
Many times, and like that's why.
Dude, God, there's been times that God, like, how you gonna wreck a four-wheeler, flip,
Yeah.
and not get a scratch on you?
Right.
That, I mean, there's not, you know, that,
You can't tell me there's not a God.
right,
I mean, and for all of y'all that don't believe, I hope that, you know, Jesus finds y'all's hearts, man. Like, opens y'all's eyes. Like, 'cause it's crazy, dude. Blessings that he'll give you, like, when it's your time. And if you're going through a storm, man, he's right there with you. I mean, he's carrying you. You ain't walking no more 'cause you're in the storm. You're going through it. He's carrying you at that time, you know? So, just be patient. Stick it out. Hey, the better, you know, the better patience, the better you stick it out, and the more you give him all the joy, it'll better your life in every single way, aspect. Money, I'm not saying money doesn't mean anything, but money, he'll make sure that everything's taken care of every time. Give all glory to him.
amen, bro.
That's Jesus, man. You gotta give it to Jesus. You gotta go through the Son before you get to the Father.
So you're gonna give your 10% to God?
Dude, I will, yeah.
Most definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Now, so are your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like you need to give your 10% to a church? Or do you
No,
feel
I
like...
feel
no,
like-
hold on, let me finish asking you.
Alright.
Or do you feel like your 10%, like, if you do things for other people, and if you, like, and not going out trying to get credit for it, but, like, you're giving money to someone on the street, or someone that does this, or someone,
Someone in need. Right.
like, do you feel like that counts as your 10%?
Two
Or-
people is church. It says two people. I'm pretty sure it's either two or no, three people. You know, it's church. Why is it not right for me to help, you know, a starving person, you know, on the side of the road, and that not be God telling me to do that?
Well, I mean, if you're doing that, that's you, that person, and God. So there's still three people.
Right. So, you know, when I do that stuff, I do it. Like, dude, one time I worked a Christmas at a Chinese restaurant, bro, and I made like over $1,000 tipping, bro, and like I did bartending too. I go to this gas station and it's this African American man. He was from Nigeria or something. Like he had a funny accent. Like it was awesome. He was the coolest guy. You know what I mean? And like we walked in there, I put $100 on my pump. Alright. My vehicle didn't take $100, it took like 40. And then I went in there, I bought 2 Red Bulls, pack of cigarettes. You know, I talked to him, told him Merry Christmas and all that. And then I put $200 down and I said, keep the change from that, keep the change on the
And give the next person the rest of that gas on the pump.
no, I told him keep the change on the pump, and this man started crying. He was like, no, and it was, dude. I felt something told him,
Right.
and I'm like, dude, I gave him a hug. He came around, he hugged me and stuff, dude. It's stuff like that, dude. You never know, like you could. And he told me, he was like, I didn't have enough money to pay for my child's, you know, Christmas. So let's just save me right here. Like,
Right.
So, you know, it was.
Well, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. So, and that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, because I've
And that was during my addiction.
right, that was a big deal for you.
Right.
That was a for real, like, God called you, and, you know, from your heart, you did what you felt God was telling you to do.
Right.
So my question is, where do you get, or how do you feel, or have you ever felt like you was called to do something, but you didn't do it?
I still feel called to do stuff.
No,
Like
no,
ministry.
but like there's been times where I've had a $250 electric bill, and that's due in 2 days, and I see a situation,
Like,
I got $300,
Yeah.
and I see this situation where I need to help. I get this calling of,
Yeah.
hey, I need to help this person. I need to give them $100.
Dude, I would do it.
I know. So what if you don't? Do you think God gets mad when you
No.
you fall through on stuff like that?
No, because we have free will. And you can always.
No.
We have free will, but here's the thing. If, you know, like that situation occurred and, you know, you didn't, like, you need to repent. I mean, because, like, it says help others. You know, love thy neighbor. That means, you know, like, love thy neighbor.
Well, I mean, do you ever feel like in the society and the way things are set up, like, I know that it makes it to where the things that you can do for people sometimes, like I had, in my mind, I was like, God, I gotta freaking pay
Right.
this freaking bill so my kids have electricity.
Right.
Like, you know, I feel like I argued with myself. You know, I was like, look, God, I gotta pay my electric bill.
But, you know, you never know. The next day you might have got a blessing in disguise, you know what I mean? Like, and like, boom. Here's double what you gave.
Right.
I mean, it's hard. It's a hard situation, bro, because sometimes you might have to be, you know, you might feel like you really have to do that. And, dude, it's a hard decision. That's something we'd have to ask when we get to the you know, up there. And
Well, I'm not gonna be like, look, dude, I know it was a motorcycle wreck. You know, I didn't mean it.
right.
I know I shouldn't have been doing 100. All right, but come on, for real, man. So that $100 that day. Like, for real, I should have paid him.
And
I'm not gonna mess with that petty stuff.
that's the DM pod, folks. Like and subscribe, please.
God bless y'all.
Where can you find us?
On Podbean when he pays the bill, and
Hey.
on the DM pod on YouTube. God bless y'all.
Later.